All right, everybody, welcome back to Well, That Sucks. What might suck, depending upon your perspective, is that before we get started, I've got to read off our sponsors. First, we've got the like button. You can check it out right below the video. All it asks is that you consider clicking on it. That's our deal. And then we've also got another repeat sponsor, the Marin Music channel, one of my many other thousands of channels here on YouTube. YouTube.com/MarinMusic has 4 new tracks of electronic music quality content going up every week. Feel free to check it out. It's also providing the outro music for this channel and other channels, pretty much all of them that have end screens, and link in the description. Let's start off with number 19 here. I forgot to take the old coffee pod out of the coffee maker before making cup noodles. I'm going to unalive myself. What do you mean? You don't like coffee mixed in with your cup noodles? Oh man, I hope you at least gave it a try. That sounds terrible, but for science, right? I've never thought about the idea of using a coffee maker in order to put hot water into a cup of noodles before. I've always thought of use the microwave, although isn't there a risk if you boil water in the microwave that you can like touch the surface and then it explodes everywhere? Or just using the stove, but that's a convenient way to do it. Oh, I hadn't thought of that before. Yeah, just remember to take out the coffee pod. Checked into a 5-star hotel after a long day. I mean, you have, oh. Okay, I was gonna say, I mean, yeah, there's not a lot of water pressure coming out of the main one, but at least it has another nozzle. Oh, it actually has not only 2 shower heads, it's got 3 of them. One of them is even illuminated so that you can see exactly where the water is coming out of, and it gives some nice effects, dude. It's always nice when things are illuminated. Gives it a classy look, some high-end fixtures. I've never seen an illuminated shower head before, but there's a first time for everything, right? I wonder if there were a solid stream of water there rather than it being, you know, separated into droplets, if it would electrocute you as you touched it. It's like the Mythbusters segment about peeing on the train track if you can get electrocuted, and they determined that there's enough spacing in the droplets that it won't happen if you're just standing up, but if you got really up close to it, you could give yourself a problem. My girlfriend opened her jewelry making box upside down. Oh no. Honestly though, kind of oddly satisfying at the same time. Like just nice, neatly organized rows, which I guess wouldn't happen unless it was organized very neatly to start off with. Are these washers that are organized into different sizes? You know, I feel like it would be smart to actually label top and bottom on something like that where it's very hard to tell when you're looking at it before opening, because this seems like something that happens to a lot of people. It has to be extremely frustrating. Oh god, the amount of time it would take to actually sort. Well, you'd throw in the towel. You'd be like, I can't be bothered to sort this. You just like try to close the thing. You just crunch it down, try to get it to shut again, and be like, you know what? I'm gonna deal with the fact that there's gonna be some cross contamination here with my different size washers and stuff, and different colors, and end me. My multi-million-dollar healthcare company said they were getting us a present for being essential workers. We got a baggie of masks. You know, I will say that if this was back in March or April, you could probably resell those for like $1,000 bucks. So, I mean, the market has gone down a bit as the manufacturing has started to keep up with the demand, but they were just a few months late here because you really could have cornered the market on resale value. But, you know, if it's a big company, they probably have a lot of red tape, big turnaround times on things. So maybe they came up with the idea a while back and they're like, hey, we're basically giving them free money right here. Also, like, is that folded in half? Because I'll be honest, it doesn't, like, you can choose one. Do you want to cover your nose or do you want to cover your mouth? You can't get both. It's not big enough for both of them, but you can choose one. And you know, with all the people, I see probably at least 50% of the people out there who only cover their mouths when they're wearing a mask. Maybe there's something to it. I guess you don't need to cover your nose. Please don't listen. That was sarcasm. Okay, it's staggering. Parents retired this March and bought their dream ranch house in the Colorado mountains on 400 acres. That is a lot of acres. Now there's a 4,000 acre fire that is 0% contained a mile from them. No evacuation order for them yet, but we expect it's coming. I've seen that site before. It's not a fun site. It's back in, when was it? Oh God, I think it was in middle school when there was a big fire and we could like see the flames from our house. And it was like, okay, guess it's time to go. There was no evacuation order that we were aware of. Also, information traveled a lot slower back then. There wasn't like Twitter and all that to go off of with crazy instantaneous updates and everything. But yeah, it was, okay, I guess we're gonna go now. Unfortunately, it didn't get any closer than that, but it's a very scary site, and hopefully it didn't get any closer than this. Fingers crossed. Someone accidentally set off the fire suppression system in a military hangar. Well, at least we know it works, right? I was not expecting this. I figured it was gonna be just things were covered in gross black sludge water, because that's apparently what the water is in your sprinkler system. Like, unless the fire is real bad, the chances are your sprinkler system is going to cause more damage than the fire itself when it gets set off throughout your entire house or apartment if you just have a fire in one location. But yeah, I'm like terrified because this house has a sprinkler system built in. If that thing ever goes off, oh God, I can't imagine the amount of crap that's gonna be shooting out of it, just sludge all over the place. Ugh. Anyway, this seems, honestly, it looks like insulation. I'm feeling itchy just looking at that, imagining being, what happens if you're in there? Are you just drowning inside of foam? What do? You have to climb, like, hopefully climb up on a helicopter quickly enough if you're ever caught in that situation. I guess hopefully you have time to escape before that goes off. But oh my God, imagine being stuck in there. Don't leave your kayak out in the sun. Is this a Salvador Dali painting? IRL? That must have been a hot day, dude. It's gonna be like 105 to 110 degrees, depending upon where in LA you are this weekend. Hopefully nobody left their kayaks out, because we might get a bunch of these melting all over the place. What do you, like, can you just remold it at that point? As long as it's still hot enough out, you can just, or you could just go home and you just get a couple people with some hair dryers, just right at the seam. It might be a little bit too far gone there, because even if you bent it back, like, it's still not got much room for your legs to go in anymore. It's a bummer. My friend was supposed to take the SAT today. Attention, the SAT was canceled for August 29th. Oh, shout out to the SAT for making me wake up at 5, just so I can drive there on time. Frick me. Why would they not send you some kind of notification? You must be signed up somehow via email or text message, and they were just like, nah, we'll let them all get here, and then put the sign on the door. That'll show them that they're at our mercy in order to get into schools. We can yank you around however we want. All right, you can't get into a university without us. So go ahead, get mad at us. You're still dependent on us. Yeah, you're gonna have to come here, waste 2 hours of your time, but then you're gonna have to do it again. Probably get some sick pleasure out of doing that. First day back in school, feeling totally safe. It's such a weird sight to see. God, it's just a weird thing to imagine. I'm just lucky to have been born in the year that I was born, I guess is all I can really say. I'm just thankful to not. I'm sorry that you guys have to deal, like, there's no good solution. You're all packed into places, even if you're wearing a mask. Yes, that reduces the risk a little bit, but it's just, and obviously the remote learning is not an ideal solution, but it's not entirely safe to be there in person. Dude, I don't know, man. I'm sorry, because I'm sure a great deal of you guys watching this, you're in school, and dang. Dropped my wedding ring this morning. Isn't metal not supposed to just snap? Also, a wedding ring has, like, no inertia. How does that even happen? Is your wedding ring made out of glass? I feel like this is the reason why most people don't make rings out of glass, because it has a high risk of shattering, given that your hands are in contact with lots of things, or it's small and it can drop, and metal just straight up snapping. They only hype up for their Instagram stories. Oh, is it and then it's just, as soon as it's done, it's just back to phones and stuff. Oh, it's so weird. That whole concept. I don't know. What would it be like to be trying to... Also, I don't know where this is located. I'm kind of concerned at all these people in such close proximity yelling out over loud music. Although I guess they're only doing it for 2 seconds for the gram. And then they're like, all right, back to looking at our phones now. Is that how it is these days? Pre-Crown, I should say. Was there a lot of just not really conversing in social get-togethers? It's just like kind of looking at phones and then occasionally saying things to another person. There has got to be a huge amount of just paying attention to social media now that didn't exist because the platforms weren't there when I was that age. Back in my day, how do I have a back in my day? I don't feel that old, but god dang am I a boomer with the back in my day. We didn't have Instagram to look at and TikTok. YouTube existed, but not to the extent that it does today. The difference in the high school experience now versus how long ago was it now? 14 to 10 years ago when I was there. Whoo boy, very different. My uncle just found out this evening that all of his kois he took care of for 6 years all unalive due to a power outage that happened last night when everyone was sleeping. What? Wait, like just one single power outage, just all the fish, done. I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like that's not worth the risk. Like just one power outage overnight and that's it, they're done. You gotta have a backup system or something in place. That's way too... How could you ever expect that you're never gonna have a power outage? And kois live for a long time. I feel like knowing that, there's no way that you're never going to have an extended power outage over the course of... Kois can live like 100+ years. There's no way there's not gonna be an extended power outage. You gotta have some kind of system in place. That's such a high risk though. BRB, hello, please do not tow my car. Obviously, it has already been a pretty rough day. C2/tires. Waiting on AAA and need to get a snack before I have a total emotional breakdown. BRB. I guess I'm assuming they parked in a spot that was like, you can park here from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. After that, you will get towed, so move your car. And they're like, hey, I can't move my car. The tires are slashed. Okay, please don't tow it. It would be great, thank you. And then the city's like, nah, we're gonna tow it. We're gonna make some revenue from this one. All right, I don't care that you have a couple slashed tires. It's coming with us. DoorDash sent me this as delivery confirmation photo. At least they were honest about it. I ordered something probably like a month ago, and I'm just looking on my thing, seeing where the driver is. They made it within like 1 minute of my house. And then the car's progress kind of stopped. And then 10 minutes after the car is just frozen in place, I get this random photo of a building that's like miles away from my house. But I recognize the location. And it was like, your order has been delivered. Here's confirmation of where it was left. And I'm like, so they got within a minute of my house and they're like, yeah, I can't be bothered. And then they just went and took a picture of some random building. Fortunately, I was able to get my money back from it with the support request, but it was like, it was like someone being stranded on a deserted island that's 10 miles off the coast. And they swam like 9 miles. And then they're like, oh, I can't make it. And then they swam back the remaining 9 miles rather than just the 1 mile left. It was basically that. My television being delivered. Know the word fragile in big red letters on each side of the box. Thanks, FedEx. What's he trying to do? Why is he, no, that's big fret. Oh, he's looking for the label to scan. Heck yeah, dude. And then just gonna, all right. Nice. Good stuff right there. Heck yeah. It's like, be as violent as you possibly can. Oh, he noticed the camera there at the last second. He's like, oh god, how do I salvage this situation? I've got to look more delicate now. It'll, if I just stand still, look very professional for a moment. Do the sign thing. Yep, absolutely. It's gonna be great. It's gonna all is gonna check out. Yeah, heck yeah, dude. Just making sure to inspect the package. Everything's gonna lay it down gently now against the door, make it look great. Might have been supposed to get a signature here, but it's okay. I'm gonna sign on behalf of the person after not ringing the doorbell. It's gonna be cool. It's super chill. Look at me, Mr. Professional. They'll never see that I was just flailing the package around before with the large TV. Prize carrot I've been resisting pulling up for weeks. It's gonna be a tiny little thing, right? It's just gonna be the ittiest, bittiest, little tiny, dinky. It's a grower, not a shower. Or a shower, not a grower, actually. It's a shower, not a grower. I got it reverse. Yep. Oh, all show, no grow. That's the top comment. It peacocked real hard and just couldn't deliver. Poor carrot. It was like, don't pick me. Please don't. Please don't do that. I look really nice up there, and I'm glad to be able to have this great, amazing plant, but just don't look at me, dude. I'm embarrassed about this, okay? I just don't live up to the top. And the top for the last month. Just bought our dream home less than 2 months ago. Tonight, I watched it burn to the ground in a massive wildfire. Why? The fire thing on this subreddit really seems way too common. Makes me so nervous because I live in a high fire danger area. And I'm like, what if that happens? I'd be big scared, dude. My insurance went up so much the last couple of years because of fires in the Southern California area. Oh my God. It's crazy. There are insurers who won't even insure my house anymore because they're like, fire danger is too high. Sorry, peace out. We'll see you later. We just don't insure anything in Southern California anymore. Just not worth our risk. So good luck. Sorry this happened. I hope you had good insurance and that you can build an even though your house might have been only 2 months old. I don't know if it was a new construction, but now you'll have a new construction house. It'll be a lot of work and not fun, but maybe it'll even turn out better than before. Fingers crossed you got some irreplaceable stuff out of there. That's it for the last month of Well That Sucks. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Make sure to like if you liked. It is, of course, one of our sponsors. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell. Check out Nara Music, linked in the description if you want to listen to the outro music right now in full. And that's it. I'll see you next time.